So we are going to discuss about how we can create validation rules in Salesforce. So what is validation rules? So validation rules are used to enforce the user provided the exact entry of the data in the fields. Upon inserting a new record or updating exit one, we need to verify that the data can be is accurate. Sometimes there is a field which only you should enter only text value, but you entered a number. So how can we verify that? We can't go to the every record and search for the field whether they enter the exact data type record or data type value or not. So to do that in Salesforce, there is a inbuilt feature, is a validation rule. So and we have two types of validation rules. One is the client side validation and the second is the server side validation. So in Salesforce, validation rules fires only before insertion and before updating the record in the object. You should remember this one. So and we need to verify the data whether the user entered is a correct format or not. So coming to the types. So what is the client side validation rules? Client side validation will suppose we have a Google form. Sometimes we enter a wrong email in that Google form. It will show error message. Please enter correct email or email format. So in that way, we use that that is the client side validation. This can be done using a JavaScript, jQueries, JScript. So these are the scripting languages we can create this client side validation. Server side validation is when the system validating, like when we enter the value and we click on the submit button. After it reaches to the server, then server is checking that the data is exactly up to the specified data types or not. Then it will comes under server validation. So in Salesforce doesn't allow the page layouts code using this script language. We can't change the page layout code in using this scripting languages for client side validations. So for that purpose, Salesforce provide a inbuilt functions to verify this client side validations. So we'll get into that, and there are in couple of minutes. So let's get into this governor limit in validation. We can create a number of validations per object, but we can keep only 100 validation active maximum. And so some of the validation function I mentioned in this blog, and I'll share this blog in the description of this video. You can check it out. So there are these are the mainly commonly used validation functions. Is blank, is change, is new. These are the some of the uh, functions we can use most commonly. Let's get into an object and create some validation rules. So go to the home and click on object. So in which object you want to create a validation rule? Suppose I want to go to the create a validation on account object on a particular field. I'm clicking on account. On the left side you can see in the bottom the validation rules tab will be there. Click on that validation tab. So there are currently I don't have any validation. So I want to create a new one. Click on new. So what I want to create. So let's get into the interface first. What it is here in the validation, we have to give a name. So giving rating as mandatory. So I'm keeping rating as a mandatory. Mandatory means there should be whenever we creating a record or updating a record, the rating value should not be null. It should have any value. So you can give some description. This is the active. We mentioned there is only 100 active validations per object. So we have to check on this active button to make it work when we inserting any records or updating any records. So let's come to this formula page. Where is the error credential formula? So examples, they are given some more examples and we have some more examples. You can click on that links to check it out further. Okay. So then display an error measure if the discount is more than 30%. So what the criteria is, you have to show an error message The discount is more than, so we have a discount percentage field, and if it is greater than 0.3 means 30%, we will show an error message. That is an example that is given. So coming to this left side box, we have functions. So here we have all functions: date, time, logical functions, and blank value if not, or these are the logical functions, and these are the math function: absolute, so ceiling, distance, floor. It will round up the, so you can get, suppose you want to know what this function does, let's say math apps. So in the below you will have the introduction, a definition about the function returns absolute value of the number, a number without its sign. Okay, suppose I'm going to, let's date, click on date, create a date from year, month, and the day. Okay, what we can do is just click on that link, insert this, it will be uh, loaded in this box. So what I want to do is, now I want to make the rating field as a mandatory. So for that I want to go this. So rating first we need to know what is the rating field. Rating field is a pick list field. So you can check that one, fields and relationship section. Search for rating. Sorry, yeah, rating is a pick list field. Okay. So comes to the validation once again. Sorry. Yep, validations. So click on new. Uh, Rating as mandatory. Let's give rating as man. Okay, you can give complete name. So now I want to give the rating field as a let. First we have to get the field. So insert the field. What field we want to do? Rating. You can click on that options and click on the first letter. You can, it will be change it to the options we are selecting. This is the rating field. So now what, we should make it as a mandatory, so it should not be null. So rating is a pick list. So we need to get the text value from the pick list. So for that we use text insert. So what happens in the field, it's gone. Let's insert in this rating, insert. So what happens, this test function converts the value to text using standard display format. Whatever the value in the rating, it converts it into text. So we need to make it as a mandatory field, right? For that, go to the is, okay, go to the all functions. If is blank, include this function. Okay, I have to move that cursor away from there. Yeah, is blank, insert it. So in this expression, what we are doing, we are just keeping this entire text. Yeah. Okay, is it is blank will return, what is will checks whether the expression is blank or not. So if the rating is a pick list value, it will returns the text value. The text function will check the values and form it as an text. So then this is blank will use checks whether the expression is blank or not. If it is blank, we have to check the syntax. No errors is found. We have done any, suppose I clicked on here a comma and check for syntax. It shows error found missing. So you can check in that way also. No error message. What we want to show that error message? Want to show, please please enter Please choose, because it's a big list, right? Please choose rating value. Okay, this I'll give it as rating value. Sorry, yes. So choose and there is an option. Where do you want to choose this error message? So I'm giving it at the top of the page. Click on save. So it is an active this rating page. Now, okay. Now open an app. Let's open sales app. Okay, now go to the account. Let's try create a new account. So here we have the name. So I'm giving yes rating text. So there are no, it is not mentioned, there is no field we are not choosing here. We are not selecting. Click on save. Please choose the rating value. It is showing on the error message. Okay, we'll choose the hot. Save. Yeah, so it will be saved. Let's check for editing. Let's go to the distance. So there is no rating value. Click on edit. Click on save. So it will show please choose the rating value. Even you are not changing anything, if you are trying to save the previous details as it is, if you don't enter the validation or rating, it will definitely throw an error. Please choose the rating value. Okay, I'll choose. Suppose you want to show the error message at the field level, not on the page. So what we can do is at that time, instead of top of the page, you can keep it as a field. You can choose the field where rating. I want to show it on rating itself. Click on save. Okay, now go to the another account. Let's try editing this account. Choose. It's already has a rating. So what I'm gonna do, I'll keep it as none. Save. See, it will give you that review the following fields. Account rating. Please choose the rating value. So the error message will be shown on the below to that field, and it will Snag will get know you where that error message is shown. So in this way you can create validation rules. So there are a couple of examples I mentioned in this blog. There are more. I'm showing this a simple example. So there are a couple of default Salesforce given a document to practice, I believe. So let's check this document. You can check it out, and if you have any queries or any doubts, you can comment in the comment section. I'll be there for you to help. Thank you.